Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another Zenless Zone Zero reaction. Today we have Soil of Disaster as requested by Impure Enigma, and that guy Steve also gave me the Chinese name so I could find the direct upload for it, so thank you very much, Steve. But the only info I was given is that this is related to the last one, which kind of makes sense given the last one was a flower, a bloom, and this has to deal with soil, obviously, so that kind of makes sense. But I guess I won't know how they fit together if I don't listen, so without further ado, let's go! Yeah, that's... I mean, it sounds kind of different, but that's got to be the same motif. Obviously, definitely a different genre going on here. Kind of messing around a little bit. Ooh. Oh, they're going really in on it. Okay. Playful was an understatement. They're having fun. Ooh. Oh, I like those piano accents going on. Really impressive how different this sounds. I mean, again, obviously a different overall sound, but God, it's so froggy. It's got some gent to it. It's like if Polyphia did Doomcore. That's a weird combo. Kind of wonder if they're going to do a major shift somewhere. Oh, this might be it. I spoke a little too soon. Ooh. Oh, okay. I did not anticipate a, like, almost Eurobeat style solo. This is wild. I'm kind of trying to figure out location-wise where this would play, like in what scenario, before, after? It could kind of go in either one, depending on how the fight were to end or evolve. I'm kind of trying to decide if it's a blessing or a curse that I knew that these were related. I feel like if nobody said anything, I might not have noticed, and I might not have even heard that motif in there. Like, it is definitely the same-ish, but there's enough difference in the overall genre and approach to it that I don't know if I would have been able to tell, honestly. But that also leaves me wondering where and how this would play out in context. I want to assume that based on it being referential to soil in the title, that this might be more of a predecessor to the other song. Something like this being kind of the battle for all of like the little droney sort of enemies before the Bloom of Doom main fight happens is kind of what I'm assuming there. Just because the name kind of gives that energy because of soil, and then what blooms from the soil, big angry flowers. So like that could totally be what's going on here. And it kind of does fit that like stressful vibe, but also that rocking banger energy of just like, hey, let's kick some ass, of having a bunch of like swarm style enemies kind of running around and trying to take you out, and you taking them out in kind. It just kind of feels right, you know? It's like I can imagine a character swinging and flipping around and shit, just gutting a bunch of other like smaller enemies before the main battle, and that's when the other song would kick in, and that gets a lot more intense. It changes genre to show you that there's a whole perspective shift that you need to have, not to anticipate anything that you had already fought. It's going to be bigger, it's going to be badder, it's going to be more difficult. This had the energy of handling a group, not an individual. I think that just is how this song plays out in my mind. It feels more like a bulk song. I guess that's just how metal feels like a lot of the time for me. When the rest of the music around it is usually electronic, when you step into something like this and shift the genre, I assume that that's because they're trying to get you to focus on something slightly different. That's what the general language is telling me here. But that's not to say it wasn't fun. They were clearly having fun here. They had a lot of fun with the drums in here, just switching up the beat patterns. They didn't have really anything conventional in this one. They had a lot of off-time stuff going on, and that always makes my brain kind of go a little bit haywire because it's difficult to track in my brain. I'm thinking of it as a drummer. I start to get a little bit more personally analytical and thinking about it like as if I were behind the kit, how I would play that, and it does kind of distract me from the rest of the song, but it wasn't generally distracting at all. It fit really well. My brain was just kind of like, ooh, how did they do that? What did they do there? Oh, you know, I was getting personally invested in it. But I think adding stuff like those off times really helps sell a certain mood in a fight, and that also fits for like a group fight where you are dealing with constant things in different directions coming at you, and you really can't get a grasp on exactly where the next enemy is going to be from. That synthetically randomized energy you're getting from something like a weird time signature in music is definitely going to make you feel a little bit more of that stress in your person as you're playing. So that's, I'm sure, why they did that here. And again, that would really fit if it was like a group sort of battle. I don't know if that's the case, obviously, but it definitely feels that way. Something about it just feels like a group fight. And then of course they added stuff like those piano stings in there for that extra accenting, and those were very dissonant and crunchy, so that's signaling that you're going to be fighting something that's a threat. It's something that's wrong, it's off, it doesn't land in your ear quite right. And then also those choir moments in there, because those were like really short staccato moments, and those are just kind of, again, an extra ornamentation to throw in there to add a little bit of like scale to the situation, to add some intensity, and that works again really well for fighting a bunch of different enemies. So I'm kind of confident in this one being like the song before the main fight, but I could also see it being something like afterward as well. But I think I've yapped enough on this one, so thank you all so very much for watching. If you have anything else you want me to get to from Zenless, of course, leave it in the comments below, and I will do my best as always to get to it. Or if you just enjoyed this video and you want to follow me and support me for other stuff in the future, you know how to do all that, and I will see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!